Hello, finance students. It's time to get at it again. We're going back into your future budget project. This part is really cool. It makes you reflect on the budget a little bit. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. The first question on here, I'm going to help you get started on it. The first one is telling you to look at what you PYF'd, what you paid yourself first. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this question asks you to take how much you've invested, put it in our long-term investing spreadsheet, and just assume a 10% return on that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So if you need a copy of this, of course, you can always do a Google search of Heinemann Financial, pull up the spreadsheet, make a copy of it, and then it's yours to use. I already got mine up here, so let's go ahead and go at it. So I need to look in my budget and figure out how much I assigned for investing in my budget example. So I'm going to go over to the budget side of it. I have $300 a month going into my Roth IRA. So I'm going to use that for this number 1A. Some of you might have to add to that because you might have put another amount down here in your irregular budget. So if you have some in both places, you'll have to take this amount, multiply it by 12, and add whatever you put in the irregular with it for your investing amount. All right, so I just have this 300 monthly, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going over to my budget spreadsheet, and the worksheet said to start at age 24, so I'm going to delete everything down to age 24. And then at age 24, I'm going to do 300 per month. This spreadsheet takes an annual edition, so I'm multiplying it by 12. I get my 3,600 per month, or I'm sorry, per year would be 300 a month. I'm going to copy that down through, and at age 60, I have 1.18 million. So there would be my answer for number 1A, amount at age 60, 1.1 million. Okay, you use your numbers, go ahead and do part 1A. When you're done with that, 1B says, and this is very important for you to catch a hold of, a lot of finance experts will recommend 15% of your income is what you should invest for retirement. So if I go back to my budget example, and here is my monthly income right here, if I do 15% of that, I'm just going to do it right under that cell, equals 0.15 times 3715, 3,715. I get 557. That's what, according to finance experts, I should be investing over here. So I have grossly underfunded my investments. I only did about, well, let's see, I'll delete this for just a second. I only did 8% of my income into my investments. Okay, so I was definitely underfunded. So I'm going to use this 557. This is part 1B now. And I'm going to put it, instead of 300 a month, equals 557 times 12. And I take that amount, copy it all the way through. I think I got it there, yep. And I get 2.2 million instead of 1.1 million. I think that would be better, okay? So I'm just trying to get the point across to you that a lot of you probably underfunded your investments. So I wanted you to see what 15% would produce. Now, some of you get out of question 1B. If when you do 15% of your income, if you already invested 15% of your income up here on question 1A, then don't even do question 1B. You can just write me a note down here that says, already did 15%. And you can just leave that as your answer because that's your reward for putting 15% in your budget already. Way to go, you. All right, and the only other one on here that could be a little bit confusing is number 2. Make sure you read these definitions well. And I want you to realize these definitions aren't steadfast for every person. For example, gasoline for me is mandatory. I have to pick my kids up from school. I have to go to work to make money. But a lot of you, gasoline might be, I don't know, discretionary. You don't even necessarily need it. So realize these are a little flexible. So you're just going to look in your budget after reading these definitions and figure out what would fit your budget or what would fit these examples. All right, you guys have a great one. Take care.